Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Z32 workshop. It's a little early in the morning, as you can hear the crickets again that are forever my friends here, apparently. Last episode, when we were working on the Nissan 300ZX, we were taking apart the stuff behind the seats, getting the electrical components out of the way, and some interior braces. Today, we're going to remove the body harnesses and move them into the trunk area to get just clean up the cabin, and then the big thing today is gonna be getting the ABS pump out of the way. We did the controller last time. This time we're gonna do the pump. So let me show you where all this stuff's at. It's like last time. So let me get flipped around. All right. Back over at the ABS pump, which is on the passenger side of the car, behind the seats. Now this car, since it's a convertible, is very, very similar to a 2+0, because that's what they did, and it's what they modified to make into the convertible. So, but to get some more room and not play with stuff, I'm going to remove this wiring harness all the way and feed it into the trunk, just to get it out of the cab area and all that stuff. Just so you guys can see, this wire here, which isn't part of that loom, goes all the way up and over. As you can see, is the antenna. It's actually the power cord for the antenna, and it is the antenna wiring. They do that and shield it to keep away from everything else, so there's no interference. So that's what we're going to do. I'll do the same on the other side, just to keep pulling that loom and stick it into the trunk area so it's out of here. That should be today's episode for stuff. So let me get the tools here. On this, considering all these lines, power should be, looks like we got a couple grounds we're going to have to deal with. Right there. In there. But for these, you can use basically an open-ended wrench, but I would actually use what they call line wrenches. They're just easier to deal with. I'm guessing these are 8mm. I will tell you once I get the actual wrench. So let's get going at it. Alright guys, we're removing this loom, which isn't too much of a problem here. That's a brace for me today. These seem to be wanting to come out just fine. Once again, I'm using an interior removal, body panel remover. Lace plastic. Got these at Harbor Freight, I think. Nope. You can't see it where you're at. Let's put you over here so you can. Got a ground strap. So that should be, not that size. Hang on, everybody. Grab the right tool for the job. Ta-da, another 10. Didn't quite get it. Get this out of the way. As we move this up, as you can see, we have to get around that ground strap and then that body strap, which, if I remember right, this is just like the stuff yesterday for these doors. You tap on, get on top of these and twist the whole things. But let's get this ground strap out of the way right here. And then we'll start doing this other stuff. Alright, one more ground strip. But the big one here is going to be getting this guy. So let's see if I can do that. Can you see that? Let me get you guys flipped around here a little bit. There we go. Now it's a little up close and personal. That should be an 8mm. Slips right on over. Actually, that loosened up pretty quickly. Ta-da! And as you can see, we're going to pull the body harness all the way through into the trunk. Ta-da! And then that's hanging out back here now. For the pump, before I pull the other two bolts, which would be this guy and then the third would there, I want to break all these loose, get these free. 10mm line wrench should do that. And I have 5 of these I have to do. That way I can remove this big ass pump. So let's go ahead and get that done. Put you on pause for a moment. Alright, got all 5 of those loose. Just unthread them. And next up I'm going to remove this guy and this guy. That way we have them out of the way. Let's see, can you guys see if I do that? Oh, much. There you guys go. Because this one hides right back here. Now, the reason to take out the ABS pump is there are 2. One, it's bad or fails. Which is going to be super expensive to replace, I would imagine, unless you get a used part one from a junkyard or from a salvage yard. Or the other reason to get rid of it is if you're a full-on track dedicated car and you don't want ABS. And here's one of those nice long weird bolts again. I've never actually ran into these before. Very interesting. So the next one is right over here on the outside. There's 2 of them. Let's get you guys moved over. They are right there. It's these 2. Or if you're like a race car, drift car, where you don't want ABS at all. I, on the other hand, love ABS. ABS is nice, especially for if you're daily driving or anything of that nature. One more bolt to go, and this should be loose. whole pump comes right on out. You guys take a look. That's where the hole she sits, and that's what the pump looks like. And she is not light. That pump weighs an incredible amount of weight. So, alright, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move that wiring loom from there, stick it through the trunk over there. So the next picture you'll see will be that. Hey guys, another small bracket I found that I'm going to remove, which is on the passenger side here. It's next to the drain tube. Not sure exactly what's going on to it. Oh, it's this holds the panel for the cover. Yeah, these, I've got to find one that's not rusty. So I may take these, go get them stripped, and go get them powder coated or painted to make them look just a little bit better. You know, because they tend to go, I don't know, they're just not coated real well, so they rust up when everything else isn't. You know, so you have a nice car. I mean, I know it's hidden, but no one likes rust everywhere like this. So, that panel's out. Next up, I know it's upside down, flipped around, but we're going to go get that wiring out of the way. Alright, let me get to the other side of the car, guys. I know it's a little bit of a walk. Go to the other side. But we're going to get this wiring loom out of the way, which is just like the other one. We just need to pry these loose with our interior trim panel to get everything out of here. Now this one here, alright, that one doesn't want to come up with the interior trim. Let's try a screwdriver. Alright, we have a ground against the door here. One of the few last ones. Ground strap. And then another body tie. I really don't want this guy going anywhere. Looks like they got 3 more here. This would have been, oh, can you guys even see that? Let's see if I can get you moved over. I'm hoping you can see that. This is the, for the controller for the top. So this loom definitely is made for the convertible, because it's got stuff that doesn't normally belong there. So you got that whole loom's loose. So what we're gonna do here is feed it into, let's see if you guys can see that halfway decently, that into the trunk to get it out of the cab. Let me see if I can do that without having you fall. Alright, let's give her a whirl here. that should do it. Let's take a look at our work here, everyone. This is the back half completely stripped, other than for that cover on the brake lines, which I'll just pop off at some other time. And then fuel tank, which is right underneath here with the fuel pumps. So let me talk about that here. Let me get you flipped around again. All right, a little different closeout this time. Stuff on the stand. We got the ABS pump out. Showed you guys how to take the brake lines off, just a 10mm line wrench, or an open-end wrench, pipe wrench is what they're called. They work great. I would not do any brake lines without them. You run the chance of rounding the bolt there that threads those in the compression nut. Then we put the battery, got the looms out of the cab here, the interior, and shoved them in the trunk, which I won't get them out until I flip the car around in the garage here so I can get access to get the bumper off. But what I'm really excited to tell you about is because I had one of the commenters talk about he would like to see the fuel pump, which I was planning on doing, but I'm going to do that not now, but the next episode. That's the reason why I wanted to get everything out of here so I can get in the fuel pump. That is right there. It's on one of those two covers. It's accessible. This is the location for the 2+2. So I'll even eventually drop the gas tank on this thing. But once again, I think that will happen when the cars turn around and I work on the rear subframe. So, once again, if you're new to the channel, thank you for making it to the end of the video today. I appreciate it. I'm your host, Z James. And please like and subscribe. Every little bit helps to get going on. If you find this information useful, that's fantastic. It's the reason I'm doing this stuff, to document how to take this car apart for anyone who wants to know. If you have any comments, drop a comment. I usually respond within a few hours, or if at the end of the day, maybe a day thing. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye.